Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Alright. It's been ages since I've streamed. But doing this again. I don't remember what we're doing now. Oh yeah, we're looking around for information. But we have another quest that we are trying to do. And I honestly forgot what it's called. I have too many quests going on. Oh, it's the it was the one where we're supposed to cook food. I think it's a...
Where do you want to go?
Oh yeah, it's this one here.
Thanks.
But I have to wait until tomorrow at 6 a.m. So we're working on this.
If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docks doing surgery.
Oops.
Hello, you busy bees, and what do you have to discuss with the funeral director today? Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the looks on your faces, you've got some questions for me.
Guilty as charged. So, we were just a little curious about Baizhu's master. What was he like? Oh, and also, how come you and Baizhu could tell so quickly that Jia Liang had god remains in his system?
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods defeated in war.
Oh, is that so?
Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up, so our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the deceased to guard the border between life and death. These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but all the relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation, so we can identify gods' remains when we see them.
Okay, Paimon gets it now. Wait, so how did Baizhu learn to spot them?
Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baizhu's master was my grandpa's younger brother, a former deputy director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Wow, fancy that! Huh. So, if he was from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, how did he end up as Baizhu's master?
According to my grandpa, he and my great-uncle once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu Vale, where they met a pharmacist. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great-uncle, because after that encounter, he suddenly announced he wanted to leave the family business and go practice medicine instead. My grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other again.
Funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change. Kinda hard to imagine. But why did it drive a wedge between them for the rest of their lives? That seems a bit extreme.
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have been no issue. After all, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor wasn't unlike a regular doctor's clinic in the early days. But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him. And on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyu Vale tradition goes against the natural order of things.
In what way?
Don't know. My grandpa didn't know the specifics. And you've seen how wary Baizhu is around me. He'd never tell me anything. But even that says to me that he definitely has something to hide. One thing I do know about Baizhu is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality. But whether that has anything to do with what he's hiding is hard to say. Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally figure out what he's up to.
After all that, it seems like we have more questions than answers. Never mind. We'll just have to ask Baizhu himself about all of this tomorrow.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
What time is it? Oh, it's almost time. So this one this mission we have to wait until the next morning. It's at 8 a.m. But the other mission, the feeding one that we're doing, Friends from Afar, or was it? Here it is. This one we have to wait until 6 a.m. So we just have to wait a few more minutes, right? It's like 5:50 right now. Yeah, 5:30. So collect some achievements, read some mail. Look at the notices. Alright, cool. And then run around this area for a little bit. Actually, we'll be ready for this. We'll run around the Wanshuin. Now we just da ba da da. There it is. Talk to Smile.
Morning. The boss tells me that both new and returning customers have nothing but good things to say about you.
Oh, thank you.
I have to admit, I was a little worried about throwing you right into the deep end. But it looks like you've got what it takes to handle the day-to-day here.
Look
So it
how
should be
proud the
plain
crowd
sailing.
is.
Well, just as long as we don't run into any extremely picky customers with unreasonably specific requests.
Oh, have you had someone like that before?
Of course! The worst are those old scholars who have barely cooked a day in their life, but think reading a stack of books on the topic makes them the expert. They criticize you for no reason,
Please
claiming your
don't
cooking method isn't faithful
Offer
to the
promotions
original.
on my
Or
channel.
that
I
the
literally
flavor profile isn't authentic because you used an ingredient that wasn't in their beloved centuries-old version of the recipe.
I literally just got banned for bots chatting with me. And then I had to go through an appeals process with Twitch to get my account back. Sorry for bothering you. Owens. Offer a promotion to your channel. Blah 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 blah. Pay us money. Please stop please stop getting me banned. This is not cool. I don't know how to chat with the chat. That's how like how whatever inadequate I am with the Is there a button to click on? Oh, here we go. Their account is technically older than mine, I think. But I feel like I asked you very nicely to not
This is Wang Shuin.
bot my chat.
It does have the look and feel of a time-honored
Why
establishment.
does it say question mark? We know who this is. It's however you pronounce that name. The Amino, who's claims to be old.
Oh, innkeeper! We'll have each of your signature dishes, please, as fast as you can serve them. The most expensive ones.
Wait, she's talking?
Farazan! Oops, Madam Farazan.
Yeah, Paimon, show your
Oh
respect.
my! Traveler, Paimon, whatever are you doing here?
We could ask you the same thing. Where'd you suddenly get the funds to go sightseeing? And to order the most expensive things on the menu?
I'm not here to sightsee. Exemplary scholars like myself are highly sought after by cruise operators in need of an onboard consultant as they travel the world.
Madam Farazan, please, slow down. None of us slept last night. How come Madam Farazan still has so much energy? If she's really
Wow.
over 100 years old,
Shots fired.
I don't understand how she keeps going.
It's all my fault. She's been like this ever since I told her I'd be paying the expenses.
Oh, no wonder.
Layla! And Dory? Huh. Never would have bet on this combination.
Temporary chef, huh? Wow. No rest for the wicked.
Wow.
Well,
It's all
if the chef
shredded
here
kinda
is
today.
trusting you to run his whole kitchen, then I've got no doubt we're in for some authentic Liyue specialties.
So, why are you all in Liyue again? Something about being an onboard consultant?
I got my hands on a new boat from Fontaine a while ago, equipped with cutting-edge navigation technology. If we manage to spread the word, it could have huge business potential. Right now, we're doing some test runs. We sailed from Port Ormos to Rito, then from Rito to Liyue Harbor. Next, we're planning to go to Dornman Port.
Oh, Madam Farazan and me were hired to fine-tune the compass and other equipment. We sailed around the Sea of Clouds all of last night to put the system through some stress testing.
That sounds like illegal overtime.
Overtime for which they'll both be fairly compensated. They're both here willingly. The contract is crystal clear on that.
You really cover all your bases, don't you? Let Paimon guess. Paying the expenses is part of the compensation, isn't it? No wonder Madam Farazan is going for all the most expensive dishes.
It's not every day someone tells you to order whatever you like. Now, first up, we'll have the... Farazan, Madam Farazan, that is. While I am more than happy to treat you both to the most expensive dishes on the menu, we must remember that most expensive does not always mean best. I've heard that the most expensive dishes in Liyue are usually either seafood-based or take an exceptionally long time to prepare. Now, I don't know about you two, but after so many days at sea, I don't think I can so much as look at another piece of seafood again for at least the foreseeable future. Huh. That's actually a good point. Not to mention that poor Layla here looks like she's about to faint from hunger.
Huh? Oh, that's not because of hunger.
Surely the wise and virtuous Madame Farazan could not bear to watch her poor students sit here and waste away. Oh, well, of course I care about my students' well-being. but
Flattery.
Why do I feel like I'm being tricked?
Nah, Madame Farzan
So,
couldn't
let's
be
not
tricked.
order anything that'll take too long to prepare. Aside from that and seafood, we'll take whatever other expensive dishes you have. Over to you, traveler.
Alright, Smiley. What's your recommendation?
So, expensive, but no seafood, and nothing that takes too long to cook.
That
That rules out
rules
pretty
our
much our entire
entire
menu. Do these people get a kick out of being impossible to please?
Ugh, that Dory. Is she doing this on purpose?
I bet more.
This isn't Liyue Pavilion or Xinhua Kiosk. This is Wangshu Inn. We don't stock up on rare and exotic ingredients. We only get them in if someone puts in a special reservation. Well, if we're stuck with regular ingredients and we're on a time limit, there's only one way to bump up the price. And that's by cooking a dish that uses the chef's expertise and creativity to the fullest.
Ooh.
As it happens, I know a recipe for something called trembling strings and rushing reeds. It can be whipped up quickly with what we already have in the kitchen.
Okay.
One usually goes for 30,000 mora.
Hey, Rex Lapis randomly scrolled. I also stream and do YouTube. On YouTube, I do cute try-on hauls and yoga videos. My Instagram is this. Okay, this is a family-friendly channel, so no yoga videos, please and thank you. I don't know how I censor that so that my the kids watching don't go to Instagram. If you want to check me out, okay, smiley face. Also, okay, okay, yeah, okay, yep. Oh, okay, yeah, that's definitely family-friendly content. Yeah, the kids will love that. Hey, children, if you're watching, no going on Instagram. Ask your parents for permission first. All that good stuff.
30,000? But if it's quick to make and isn't fancy, what exactly makes it so special?
Quick doesn't have to mean quick and easy. To perfect this dish, you need expert knife work and very precise control over the heat. You have to finely slice several different types of meat into fine threads, knead them together into strips, then gently stir-fry them in the pan. What you end up with is a whole variety of flavors that come through layer by layer. This dish is unique in offering a harmonious blend of multiple kinds of meat, all cooked to perfection, while still bursting with their own distinct flavors. Do it right, and you've got a culinary masterpiece in your hands. But if you botch it, it's just a bunch of meat thrown on a plate.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. So this dish gets its value not from the ingredients, but the chef's expertise.
Now, don't worry. I can take care of the kneading and other prep work for you. You just focus on bringing it all together.
Dang, he's giving me the hard
Believe
task.
in yourself. You can do this. And if you mess it up, Paimon will still be happy to eat it.
Only if you pay me
It's a new day.
18,000
Let's
times.
go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jialiang is doing.
Oh snap. Hang on, hold up on my cooking. We need to go check on the sick man. Alright, trembling strings and Russian reeds. I wanna hear eloquent Paimon describe how this is gonna work. Okay. Oh, that's easy. Oh. Okay, so far so good. Nothing we can't manage. Oh snap! I missed it. Dang. I said nothing we can't manage, and then I messed up the foul heading. Alright. Next stir. Look how happy the traveler is. Like, woo! Did the mixing. Alright. Okay. Alright, so far so good. Oh, that's done? Oh, snap! Dang, that does look good. Yeah, I do like that. It already... Yeah, I think they already picked... I think that's the best... No. That's a pretty good looking component. I mean, I'm no color expert. Some color people out there might actually, might say that something else looks better. But I think that looks very pretty. Like, I would pay 10,000 more to eat that. Maybe not 30,000, but maybe 15,000. Like, maybe I would consider it an expensive dish.
Food's ready. Please enjoy.
I still think that's
Ooh,
enough for
smells
3 people.
delightful. Oh, we meant to ask, have you two eaten breakfast yet? If not, why don't you join us at the table?
Did Dory just offer us a free meal?
No, there's a
When
catch,
did she
Paimon.
become so generous?
There's a catch.
Let's not forget that the biggest business deals are always settled over a meal. Come on, come on, come on. Sit down and join us. Everyone, dig in. This
Done.
dish looks simple enough. And I did my research, so surely it can't cost all that much. Worst case scenario, maybe 10,000 mora?
10,000.
This dish had better be worth working overtime all night for. Well, traveler, this is the moment of truth.
Is,
Oh, so
okay.
tired. So sleepy. I just want to eat up and get to bed. Is this foul? Oh, wait. No, the texture is more like shroom boar.
There's a different flavor in every bite. And the discerning palate might detect a hint of something smoked, too. Quite marvelous. How is this made?
When did we have time to smoke
Ham? But I don't see any ham anywhere. Oh.
Oh, what?
Haha! So you've noticed. Yep, every single strip is needed from several different kinds of meat. Paimon and Yanxiao put in a lot of effort to make it just right.
Paimon did.
So I'm not an expert or anything, but don't different meats have different cooking times? How is everything in this dish cooked to perfection?
Well, you see, that's a trade secret.
Trade secret.
Wow. So this dish really is one of a kind. That makes the whole trip worth it.
Oh.
By the way,
time
does
for
this special
Paimon's
dish have a
special-
name?
Yeah.
Paimon forgot to mention that part. The dish is called Trembling Strings and Rushing Reeds, alluding to the way that the different threads of meat are woven together. And also,
The complex layers of flavor, yes? Akin to the harmonies of a musical ensemble? The name, if I'm not mistaken, is a Liyue idiom that evokes a vigorous orchestral
Wow,
performance
she is
featuring both
knowledgeable.
stringed and wind instruments playing together. Quite an apt name for this dish.
how did you know all that?
'Cause
Every
she's
student
needed.
has to master at least 20 languages before they graduate. Wait, is that not a requirement anymore?
Huh? Oh, that used to be a thing?
Oh, Paimon almost forgot that you're also from Haravatat.
So, anyway, how much does this dish cost?
Oh, don't worry, not too much. That'll be 30,000 more, please and thank you.
Oh, look at that
30,000?
face.
About that, Paimon, traveler, I merely invited you to join us at the table, did I not? I don't believe I committed to paying for you. So, perhaps we could split the bill accordingly?
Oh, Paimon knew it was too good to be true.
30,000 more surely is an outrageous amount for the most magnanimous Lord Shigma. Say. I'll talk to the boss. We should be able to do 20%.
Hey, there's no need to... well, it was your hard work anyway. You can call the shots.
Yeah, thanks.
20% off of 30,000? That's still a pretty hefty expense. All
Yeah,
right,
that's 24,000 still.
I'll just consider that the cost of learning about this dish. Once I'm back in Sumeru, I'll be sure to find someone to help me recreate the dish. And then I'll make it all back.
Good luck finding someone with the traveler's chopping skills. Alright. Talk to mine. Layla's taking a nap, right?
I feel so much better now that I've gotten some food in me. Delicious food really does wonders for one's spirits. My advisor said that young people shouldn't stay cooped up in the academia all the time. They told me that I should take the chance to get out and see the stars in other skies. Aw. Maybe I can think of it as my first internship experience. Oh, but it sure is exhausting.
Now, how should I justify a high price tag for a dish without any fancy ingredients? Maybe start by giving it a fancy sounding name? I should have known you'd see through me. Everyone was exhausted and seasick when I made the offer last night, so I figured they probably wouldn't be able to eat all that much today. Well, you saw how that turned out.
Nice try,
I
Dory.
tried placing some limitations on the order to keep costs under control, but you still found a way around my schemes. That's what I get for not thoroughly researching the market beforehand.
Hey, you're not even paying those too much of a salary. Just treat them fairly next time and don't be so stingy.
You're the ones that talk, Paimon. You freeload whenever you get the chance.
Well, yeah, but that's why Paimon's qualified to talk about this.
Ooh, expert witness right here. What is
Even though I didn't get to try Adeptus Temptation or Bamboo Shoot, strings and reads was still quite impressive. Thank you for making it. Well, about that, even though newfangled contraptions are hardly my cup of tea, Dora's offer was quite enticing.
what kind of
She said that every time we stopped at a new harbor, I'd be free to go and pick out some books at the market and bring them back to Sumeru. I couldn't resist an offer like that. So I offered to join for the lowest possible pay to undercut all my Kusharawar competitors.
Dory's the real businessman. That was not sanitary, me
We're off
jumping
to a
over
good
top
start
the
this morning. Keep up the good work. I'm counting
food
on you.
counter. Alright, now we have to wait till 6 tomorrow morning again? Dang. So then we go back to Baiju's quest. We work on Baiju's quest all night long. Alright. Knock the quest out back and forth. When it's nighttime, traveler gets no sleep. Nighttime, travelers trying to help Dr. Baizhu. Daytime, travelers cooking food. Oh, these respawn quickly. I just picked all these yesterday. I started the Dr. Baizhu. Escape Razor's ability to hunt. Maybe it does. Yep, that's for sure. Anything right now.
Dad!
Oh, are you?
Oh, that's a good sign.
Dad, you remember me!
Yes, I remember now. Oh, Ayu, I'm so sorry. You must have been worried sick. Has your mom shown up yet? She's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Did she go out to
Don't
get
worry,
milk?
Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baizhu's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting better.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baizhu.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be apologizing to you for not making the time to visit in all these years.
Not at all, Dr. Baizhu. It's only because Jiang Li... What was her reason again?
Uh-oh.
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while. Take it slowly and try not to overexert yourself.
I suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy and rest for at least the next few days.
Director Hu, do you have any further reservations about Jia Liang's condition?
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. You really did manage to suppress it, huh? But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. If that gives you any cause for concern, you may continue to monitor Jia Liang for as long as you wish. Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost in the meantime.
Oh, come on, Baizhu. I'm not that unreasonable.
Ah,
He was up all night.
Yeah, I've been stuck indoors for too long. Baizhu, take me outside for some air, or I'm going to suffocate.
Yes, great.
yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Changsheng and myself for a moment.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my quick thinking, they'd have all seen the sorry state you're in by now. But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody? You should at least share your secret with one person you trust.
Who's there?
Oh. Busted. What? What are these options?
Why did you follow us here?
I thought you were looking a little unwell.
Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
What did I just say about putting on a brave face? Traveler, Paimon, the truth is, Baizhu did not cure Jialiang's illness. Instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient
to temporarily subdue the poison in his system.
Baizhu,
Snake is on it.
can you please explain all of this?
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients. I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains. The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as the delivery medium. This will suppress the poison's effects for a limited time.
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always thought you were just Baizhu's strange choice of a necklace.
Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my mannequin.
I really wish that Changsheng fired shots at Paimon instead and said, "Oh, really? I thought you were just traveler's floating ornament or something like that."
I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes on his first medical text.
Whoa. Guess you shouldn't judge a snake by its skin.
Please, that's enough.
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods. So, when you transfer your life force, does that mean you're actually damaging your own body?
Hardly. Changsheng helps to keep my chi in balance, so there is no great harm done.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's body, and soon. Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone checking up on him, or he'll exhaust himself trying to accomplish everything on his own.
Let us help you.
Baizhu, don't you think you should seize this opportunity? You cannot expect to hide this from everyone for your entire life. Time will see that all secrets surface eventually.
Entire life. Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, that was quick.
Huh. Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you. But there's no need to thank us. You've helped us out before.
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family home and look for clues as to how he might have been exposed to it. Yes, I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in a secluded spot to the west of Qingsa village.
What if it's his wife
Let's head there
that's been
together once I've
poisoning
asked
him for
Gui
a
and
long
Chi-Chi
time?
to look after the pharmacy.
I sure hope not, but...
As well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison, we should also keep an eye out for Ayu's missing mother, my fellow disciple Jiang Li.
Alright, where are we going? Wait, is it morning or evening? We were working all day, it said, at Guangzhou Inn, and it's still morning? Oh, they are on the other side. I didn't even know there was a... I don't even think I've been to this side. Yeah, it's just... Wow. I didn't even know there was a house here. No, I definitely never been to this side. Where was the end? Where did this cut across? Like from here straight to here? Before they opened up this portion and this portion of the map? Yeah, I know that island was accessible. Yeah. Those were accessible before. You could hop across here to get to this side, without having to swim long distances across the water. But I don't think, oops, this mountain. Yeah, I don't think that was accessible. I just jump scared myself with the wolf. Was not expecting the wolf to show up there, because I was looking at the hill up there. Alright. Take a look.
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Yeah, I never noticed it.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village many times in the past. If you ask me,
Sus.
Jiangli was trying to remain unnoticed.
Sus.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiang Li? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. That must have been Jialiang.
Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiang Li did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family.
Sus.
The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Sus.
Quarrel? What happened?
I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiang Li or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Interesting.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions, hmm? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
Boom. Roasted,
What
Paimon.
the? Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now.
I don't like how this
Jiang Li has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a little light on this whole situation. Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything, we'll examine it together.
I don't like how when it zooms in on the snake while the snake's talking, the snake becomes pixely. Like, I don't know what setting that is to modify. Render resolution? Maybe bump that up a bit? I'm not sure. Dynamic character resolution's on. I don't know. Maybe tone this down just a whisker, see what happens.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Oh, okay. Let's just put our face smack up against the pillar. Oh, snap. Let's investigate together.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
What is this?
Poison, obviously.
Chung Shung and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using god remains.
Is it breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is alive. Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots?
Wow.
So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear to various extent the call of the source.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Xiaoliang ran off, maybe that's where he was heading!
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother lode.
The mother load.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Xiaoliang? Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
Since poison was carried in a compartment, the it over the house.
You mean Xiaoliang? Why would he poison himself?
A little hard, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in drugs.
Huh? So you're saying... it was Jiang Li? Wait, but... that doesn't make any sense either! Why would she poison...
He's using him as a lab rat.
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. Many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct poison from god remains.
It's too early to draw conclusions. Question Liang about it once he has made progress. Yes. According to the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother lode is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jialiang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are old fogies who have been hanging around since the beginning of time.
Old fogies.
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this?
Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon.
hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like without upsetting your stomach.
Doesn't Paimon already have that
Stronger
power?
and healthier? Wow, that's amazing! maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Chung Sheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. Have ever been exempted from the rule. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
That's exactly.
Ugh, Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck!
This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
With how antisocial they are, if it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
Actually,
What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, Traveler. We are fortunate to have you on our side.
Oh, if you're talking about things you're talking about, you better do the honors.
yeah, because he just ignores you. That was
You
better.
called?
Ugh, gets Paimon every time.
Aren't all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
By of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had a pleasure before. The Lantern, really. I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
And
Our paths have crossed once before.
oh, I
I
remember
sense the presence of evil spirits.
when Chi-Chi
Is this why you
brought
called
him
me?
out of battle when he was injured. Yeah. There's that super cute video of Chi-Chi dragging him by his feet all the way back from he found it when he fell fighting either monsters or the not the monsters, what is it? The karma, right? The that he always has to fight as a result of the god wars that happened ages ago. And then she dragged him all the way back, and then he came to at the pharmacy and didn't realize where he was or what was going on. But Chi-Chi felt bad for him since he had no one to take care of him. And then there was a whole bunch of comics of how like his white shirt that he always wears was like all torn up on the back because it was dragged along the ground or whatever. And Zhongli's like looking at his back, or Rex Lapis, and he's seeing how torn up his shirt and all the scratches on his back, and he's like, wow, he must have gotten one heck of a fight.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundation village. A vile monster known as once Rock's land. Before it was subdued,
Go Rex Lapis.
and poison, when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent veins. Jinx was founded sometime after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If Sha is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground.
Oh snap.
However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak. I do not like to intervene against mortals unless it's necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
Hmm?
Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
Oh, this strange Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them.
That's Shell for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
Master! Master, there's a problem.
Gray? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
That guy.
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
Wait. Hold up here. Think about this for a second. Boo Boo Pharmacy is in Liyue City? Is that what it's called? That's not what it's called. Liyue Harbor. And the run from there is miles upon miles, all the way to the hotel that we're the cook Smiley, where we're cooking on the other mission that we're doing. I don't remember any of these names. I'm sorry. And that's like the halfway point between Liyue Harbor and Mondstadt. And instead of following the same road up to Mondstadt, you make that left and you hook your way all the way around through the bamboo forest to this village. Like, real life wise, that's got to be like 40 to 50 miles. Like, if we're expecting Liyue to be the size, like the entirety of Liyue to be the size of a small state, like it's its own country, just as, like, for example, if it was um, if it was its own country, it's great. But if it was its own country, it could be like, what is it, the fifth largest economy in the world or something like that. So it could be one of the five world powers, uh, as far as money goes, not military might. That would be a whole separate thing. Like, so, anyways, Liyue, we know, is a very successful country because of trade and because of their harbors and because of the mora there. Um, and so we imagine, like, Liyue to be a smaller version of California, right? So we're talking like California, um, just like Bay Area to the capital, like say San Francisco to uh, uh, Sacramento. I'm just plugging this into Google real quickly. San Fran, which is 87 miles, right? And that's half the width of California, because then you have less than half. So you have from Sacramento all the way to Lake Tahoe, which is another about 100 miles. So if the entire span of the height of Liyue from Chingsa Village, where we are now, all the way to um, Harbor is not even half the width of California. Like, an entire country is not even half the height of an entire country is not even half the width of a state. It is less than this guy ran upwards of 80 something miles or less in a day, which if you were to run, if you were to hike from California, from San Francisco to Sacramento, that would take 26 hours. Anyways, I'm not saying that the entire country is that. I mean, obviously, by this, since that would be impossible for him to do, the entire country is even. Um, maybe the whole country size of the Bay Area. Like, if we picked up San Francisco to just the side of the Bay, that's 30 miles. From San Francisco, if you go basically north, it would take an hour and 46 minutes on foot. Um, yeah, 36 miles. almost 2 hours on foot. And that's just, that's not even the whole Bay Area. That's just half. Like if we do San Francisco to San Jose, the bottom half of the Bay Area. Hang on a second. That's 52 miles, which would take 19 hours by hiking. That doesn't seem right. I feel like I could hike 52 miles in faster than 19 hours, but maybe not. Maybe not. That's crazy. Anyways, this guy's a marathon runner right here. Even if it were the shorter distance from San Francisco to the whatever I said, 30 something miles.
It's Jiaoliang.
I got distracted.
He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Too bad you didn't have a cell phone.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
No, we can't do that. We have to defeat the evil source of the power. What the heck? Look at this distance. This is ridiculous. Like, I know. I mean, we're pushing the limits of imagination right here, but like, I would have thought that like, if this was Vallejo, this would be San Francisco, and this would be San Jose, which that distance right there would be 80 something miles, because it's 30-ish miles from Vallejo to San Francisco and whatever, which it's obviously not, because we've run this distance in the game from here to here in a couple of minutes. So have we? No, actually only from here to here in a couple of minutes. Either way, from there to there, that's a heck of a long run, which I don't have time to do, but I bet I could pay someone else to do it, to figure out, like, at the jogging speed of a tall character, like this speed, how long it would take. Because, obviously if you sprinted, you would not have enough stamina to make it nearly that far. You only have stamina to do barely a 100-meter sprint in this. And that's only if you're using, like, a character like Kaya, which has long legs and a 10% reduction to stamina cost. But how did I teleport here? This is a wrong spot. Oh. It picked the wrong teleport. Anyways, I digress. We got very distracted. Whoa, all of this stuff has grown back already. This stuff's supposed to take 2 days to spawn in. It looks like the fish have. Why? We should have just gone and destroyed the remains so that he would have been fine.
Dad, what's wrong? Dad?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baizhu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
When Gui left, he was still conscious. But now...
Kui, please take Jiaoliang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baiju's gonna die. And we're all gonna
Baizhu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really
I have
no
to
other
wait
way to
until
save
the next
Jiaoliang?
morning. Dang. Now what do? We start another mission. So, It's not. It's what time is it? It's in the evening. Okay, we didn't even make it through the whole day. You know what? Let's do that frickin' run. We're here in Liyue Harbor now. I'm gonna switch to a tall character, right? Like, I should be going to bed because I have work tomorrow, but
Ready when you are.
like, let's figure this out. So we're gonna go to the starting point here, and we're gonna use up. Is there a way to make the stamina regen faster? I think so. But we're gonna. I should have food that makes the stamina not consume as quickly. I think. Sprinting stamina. Sprinting stamina by 25%. All right. What time are we at in this stream right now? Is there a timer on this? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna start the run here in 20 seconds. I should not have eaten food yet. I think if I pause this, it no, the timer is on real time, right? For 100 for a lot of seconds. Oh, alright. So it is, we're at 1 hour and 7 minutes in the stream. And, we're just gonna run this whole thing. Why is Kaya's health so low? He's been theoretically recharging at the Statue of 7 for the last, who knows how long. Whatever. It is what it is. Alright. So now we do the slow run. The jog. Because we're tired. It takes a lot of work to sprint. I'm gonna take the average of the sprinting time or distance in time we sprint and then the jogging distance to recover, and I'm just gonna say that is like an ultra marathon runner's average speed. So we'll get in the Googles and we'll just Google search what a average ultra marathon runner, what speed they run at, like what is a consistent speed to hold for that, and then we just combine, because the jog they do is quite a slow jog. I'm just gonna heal up here. It'll only take a second. Wow, Kaya can really sprint for way longer than other characters in this game. Like, my sprint bar always runs out fast. And we're only using the dash at the beginning of the sprint. We're not chaining dashes together, which a ultra marathon runner would not chain dashes together. It would just be them like running, like they'd probably run a consistent pace the whole time. But if they didn't and they ran a little bit harder for a bit, then they would run harder, and then they would have to like catch their breath a bit, and then so they would jog a little slower. I'm only saying that's what I would do, and I can only run like 3 miles on a good day. So actually, I only run slowly too. This jog that Kai is doing, that's my run right there. I can't even do what he's doing now. I have short, stumpy legs. Uh-oh. Which way do we go? I forgot. Okay, yep. Alright, we're 3 minutes in already. Which is actually... This game is much smaller than I assumed it would be, right? Because if we're like running at, say, like champion level speeds, like someone who would run a marathon okay, not even marathon. Someone who ran a half marathon at like a 6-minute mile pace. Someone that they're booking it. They're like it's like Olympic, I would assume, pace for that. Like I did a triathlon one time with a guy, and he was insane. He ran 2 miles at a 4-minute mile pace, so it took him just over 8 minutes. Like he didn't run exactly 4 minutes because that's like a sprint. I don't know. He was something else. So we're already passing through the halfway point here, the hotel, and it's only been 4 minutes. So either Kaya runs 4-minute miles, which I know the jog portion is not. So the distance between Liyue City and the whatever is less than a mile. Liyue City and the hotel is less than a mile, which is crazy because one of the considered the biggest countries, biggest, most economic, powerfully, whatever, countries in the game is less than 2 miles in width, which is very reasonable that the guy could run this. I just assumed it'd take longer because I've never done one of these adventures where you just run. We're at 5 minutes now. Like I assumed it would take 10 minutes to get at least 10 minutes to get only partway, like halfway between Liyue and whatever. I guess it's just because I do too much exploring. I get distracted. Like, ooh, crystal flash. No, just that kind of distracted. Yeah, I thought like from the hotel to like halfway to like not even the Statue of 7 would take like 10 minutes. So obviously. Oh, snap. Leave me alone, suckers. Oh, I sure hope these guys will shoot me freaking wet. Oh, snap! Bunch of muttheads. How did they hit me while I was in sprinting? Like, I understand these guys being able to hit me because I'm in the slow jog right now. Alright, which way do we go? Follow the, follow the bamboo forest. Alright, so we're 6 minutes in. This is crazy. I did not think it would be this short of a run. I thought it would take the guy, like, all day to run this distance. Not. And, well, see, also, that guy is not as tall as Kaya is, and he doesn't have as long as legs, obviously, because he's not as tall. And he doesn't have Kaya's reduction to sprinting stamina, and he probably didn't eat stamina food right before doing the run like I did. Still, though, it looks like it's reasonable to say that this run could be made by a regular person without a vision who's not warrior trained like Kaya is in 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and that's not long at all. Like, that's a regular person who's not trained or whatever, like I just said. That would be, like, frickin' these guys. I hate those, whatever they're called, boars. 20 minutes is like 3 miles. No, 21 minutes is 3 miles with a 7-minute pace, which is still moving right along. 24 minutes would be 3 miles at an 8-minute pace. Oh wait, we just ran past the point. But we're here at Jinxon Village, and so we're on right now. Nope, not right now, because I started a few seconds late. Right now, we're at 8 minutes. 8 minutes to run this distance. Did I do that correctly? I can always go back and look at the stream, but I think that's 8 minutes. That's crazy. And what time? Oh wait, in-game time runs faster. So our real world time is 8 minutes, but in the game we started at over here at 6 p.m. when the sun set, and we ran in game. Okay, so this is important to note. This is important to note because the Liyue is one of the biggest countries, and it would be unfair to say that the entire width of Liyue is less than 2 miles because it only takes 8 minutes to run the height of Liyue for the most part. Did I say? Yeah, it takes 10 minutes ish. So we started at 6 p.m. just as the sun was setting, and now it's 3 a.m. So it took 9 hours to run that distance. So then, uh, uh, let's say we're talking an average adult male marathon run speed. So how many hours did we say? 9 hours. So that would be more than a marathon because if you pick a male in their 50s, um, a, a marathon run time is considered a novice pace to be 5 hours, and at intermediate pace 4 hours, and advanced half hours. So like a much younger person, someone in their 20s, to run at novice 4 hours, intermediate 3.5 hours, and advanced 3 hours and 8 minutes. What speed that is? What 2 miles per hour is the average speed. So what do we say? 9 hours, 6.2 times 9. 55 miles. Okay, so see there. I was about right. Like the height of Liyue is about 6 miles. I'm gonna be settled with that. So it probably it probably took the guy all day to run if he can't use the teleport points, which the game had. I believe the game has admitted that people with vision points, people with elemental power, for it like it or it unlocks or opens up the elemental powers. This is just something I find fascinating. The distance from here in game estimating is about 60 miles. Basically, average run speed is 6.2 miles per hour, um, which I believe was about a 9 minute mile, which is a pretty like I run a 9 minute mile when I run like 3 miles or whatever. But if you're like actually taller than me and you don't have stubby little legs, um, when I say me, I mean the human. Uh, yeah, whatever. Obviously not the god Rex Lapis, who has. Oops. What did that button do? Whatever. Not this guy who also has long legs. The chibi version. The chibi version there in the corner of the screen, the Osmanthus line Zhongli Chibi Rex Lapis. It's stubby little legs, runs 9 minute miles. Okay.
Boats are made for travel.
Thank you, Zhongli. Okay, we don't need
Bring
a
commodities back and forth. And
and I need to start getting ready for bed, so I'm gonna have to end the session soon. I'm just gonna take a look here at our quests, kind of get an idea of. Oh wait, no, hang on. Where did Razor go? There he is.
We're going to hunt.
All right. What time did it was?
Be a while.
Okay, it's 3 a.m. So in a
So
few
it is
hours,
where many things come to
we'll
settle.
be making breakfast here again, so we could run down there, but I don't want to teleport. By the time we get there, it should be the same amount of time because teleportation is nearly instant in this game. Yep, nice. So we just get that quest queued up for tomorrow's day of cooking. Technically today. And then let's go upstairs to take a nap. Alright, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching if you watched. Thanks for humoring me with my idea of how big the country Liyue is. Alright, peace.